Welcome back to the second half of my top 20 best board games of all time. Now, this is going to be the better video because this is 10 to 1. Look, these are the best of the best, cream of the crop, chef's kiss board games out there. Now, also, because I'm a hell of a nice guy, how about a cheeky little giveaway? Look, I think we all love free games, so stay tuned for that as well. Anyway, let's get into these top 10 best board games of all time. Let's do it. And welcome to number 10. We have Hanamakoji, 7.5 on BGG, and the smallest box game that I have in my top 20. But don't let this size fool you, there is a lot of bang for buck in this game. Now the theme of this game is you're trying to earn the favour of these 7 geishas. It's a 2-player only game going back and forth, and you only have 4 actions each turn. It's just such a great, simple game, a game that you can take anywhere, take it on a plane trip, take it traveling. It's just one of the best games, and it's such a grower in my collection. So as you can see, now reach my top 10, that is how much I love Hanamakoji. Number 9, and we have ourselves Flamecraft. Now this game is 7.5 on BGG, but I've got a feeling this game's just going to keep going up. I think this is going to be a favourite for a long time to come. Now the reason for that, the theme is so wholesome. We're flame keepers, and we've got these beautiful magical artisan dragons, and we're going to put them in different shop fronts around town. They're going to help sell the wares, like sell bread at the bakery and meat at the butcher. Look, it's just such a great theme, but also the production level. Big, long, neoprene game mat, that's your town board. It looks stunning on the table. Great game for solo, great game for beginners, great game for families. Just a great game. Flamecraft, that's my number 9. Number 8, get your Lycra ready. Let's go old school racing here with a bit of Flamme Rouge. Now Flamme Rouge also 7.5 on BGG. This game just an epic experience. Now this came back into my rotation when I did my top 10 solo board games video. Now you think Flamme Rouge, you can't play it solo? Well, bloody oath you can. Go check out that video. Anyway, Flamme Rouge, just such a great racing game. And look, I don't normally like racing games, but I love this racing game. Now at its heart, card management, gonna be putting those cards out, gonna be getting fatigued, just trying to get to the end of the finish line like a race. Seems pretty simple. Flamme Rouge, do it. It's great, love it. Number 7, and we have Vindication. This has got to be the heaviest board game in my list. It is so much weight in this big box. Anyway, obviously big box version of Vindication, but base game's still amazing. Base game 7.8 on BGG. Now in Vindication, you're going to be out there adventuring, exploring ruins, forts, relics. This game has so many cards, hundreds of cards, absolutely heavy strategic game. Absolutely brilliant. Look, Vindication, I think again, this is going to be another grower in my collection. The more I play it, especially this big box, because it has so many different expansions in it. Oh, love me some Vindication. Number 6, and we have Parks. Now Parks was my number 7 last year, so it stayed in my top 10, and it's a very well loved game in this household. Now this game is 7.7 on BGG, and the theme of it is visiting national parks, which makes perfect sense. Now here's the thing, in Australia visiting national parks, look, it's all snakes and spiders and everything out there to kill you, but in this game, nothing's trying to kill me, it's great. Anyway, in Parks, we're going out on a trail. We're going to be seeing different animals, taking photos, just enjoying the beautiful scenery. But at its heart, we're collecting resources to trade those resources in to go visit all the 59 different national parks out there. Such a beautiful looking game, and this is the number 16 family game on BGG right now. Look, a lot of people are loving themselves some Parks.
Yo, bangers in the house. Get ready. Meeple on a banana, meeple on a chihuahua, meeple being toasted, meeple being roasted, meeples in hiding, meeples colliding, meeples, not meatballs, meatballs. Bangers out.
Dude, seriously? And welcome to my number 5, Everdell. Look at the size of this complete collection. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Anyway, this game's 8.1 on BGG, and I wonder if we can start thinking about this as a modern classic. I don't know. It's getting up there. Anyway, Everdell, Woodland Creatures. What I love most about this game is the world that they've created. Now, I've got the book here, so I go right into the world. I love that in a game. I love the fact that there's so much, like even the expansions spread out the world. Each time you put an expansion in, I just love that as a theme. Now, also Everdell, worker placement, tableau, resource gathering. Those things are my favorite mechanisms in a game, and this does it the best. Everdell, absolute brilliant game. My number 4 last year, number 5 this year. So good.
What are you talking about?
So those who were observant would have noticed there was no sound coming. Obviously, technical error. Now I have 2 options here. I could either be lame and re-record, or I could just give you a running commentary on what I said. Let's go the latter. And we start off with this good looking young rooster talking about Dwellings of Eldervale, his number 4 game. From there, he would have mentioned that it was 8.2 on BGG. He would have also mentioned it was his number 1 game last year. Then we have a look at a pretty little picture there, and then he would have told you a funny joke and you would have laughed because it's actually kind of funny. Then from there, he talks about the box a little bit more. It's still there, it's still a box. Then he would have talked about this big dude, just stalking, just creeping behind that little blue meeple. And then from there, he would have said dragons and wizards and warriors and blah, 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 and dwellings. There you go. Number 3, and we have Kanban EV. This game is 8.5 on BGG. Pretty much the entire world loves this game. It's that good, honestly. Now, Vitalis said it's got 2 games in my top 20, and this is my favorite of his. Now, besides those woodland creature themes I love, I reckon just mundane, normal jobs is my weakness. I kind of like it, and there's nothing more mundane than just being in a car manufacturing plant. In this game, you're going to be getting designs for cars, getting the parts in, you're going to be assembling the cars, then making them. Just goodness, like heavy strategic goodness. It is so good. If you haven't tried a heavier sort of game, I reckon this is the one worth trying. I think it's that good. Kanban EV. Number 2, and we have Wingspan, 8.1 on BGG and the number 1 rated family game out there. Now this was number 10 last year and obviously number 2 this year, so it's gone up heaps. One of the reasons why is because of these expansions. The Oceania expansion. Look, I'm obviously biased here, obviously Aussie birds, but this is a must-have expansion. Gonna have Nectar, better game boards, just so much good stuff in there. Asia expansion, if you're gonna play 2 players, look, that's a must-have. These expansions are brilliant. But anyway, Wingspan, the theme of birds. I'm a bird nerd from way back. Look, I've got bird tattoos all over me. Look, it doesn't matter. Look, I love me some Aussie birds. And I reckon that's one of the main reasons why I love playing this game. But it's also just a brilliant game. Tableau builder, everyone loves it. Beautiful art. Wingspan, my number 2. And my number 1 board game of all time, 2023 edition, Sleeping Gods. This was my number 2 last year, number 1 this year. It's an 8.3 rating on BGG. Now, I never realised how much storytelling in a game meant to me. This was the first campaign game I played, plus also pretty much one of the first games that truly had some story behind it, and I realised that I loved that. I loved falling in love with this world. In this world in particular, you're on a ship and you found yourself now in this distant world, and there's monsters out here, and you're forced to go out exploring and adventuring to be able to try and find your way home. It is a beautiful story, it is a beautiful game, it is a beautiful illustrated game. Sleeping Gods, like I said, bring on Distant Skies. I cannot wait for more Sleeping Gods goodness. And there we go. That is my number 1 board game of all time, Sleeping Gods. So you're still here? Then how about a giveaway? Look, Camel Up is such an amazing family game, but what I've got for you is not Camel Up, but its new little bigger sister, bigger brother? Who knows? Camel Up the card game. Thanks to VR Distribution, look, the wonderful people over there, they're giving away 1 copy of Camel Up the card game. Now to win, all you gotta be is an Australian or New Zealand resident, or know someone in Australia or New Zealand. So maybe you've got a pen pal over here. Anyway, to win, all you do is subscribe to the channel. That's the number 1, support me. And then secondly, leave a comment. What animal would you like to see in a racing game? I'd love to see maybe a kangaroo version of this. Kangaroo Up, how about that? I reckon that sounds pretty good. Anyway, that's all you do. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and then we'll be drawing this live on YouTube on May the 28th. So we do a live duck race. It's so much fun. Join me for that. Anyway, that is the giveaway. And there we have it, my top 20 plus a cheeky little giveaway. Make sure you leave a comment. What was your favorite game within my top 20? And if you didn't see 20 through to 11, make sure you check out the video right there. It's gonna be awesome. So there we go. That's it from me. I'm Hoax. This is Board Game Bangers. Laters.